Today we're diving into what's really happening now in the CRESTON real estate market, because November's numbers reveal a shift that anyone planning to buy or sell here in 2026 needs to understand. And in a value-driven market like CRESTON, these changes matter. If you're looking at making a move to CRESTON soon, timing and strategy are absolutely critical. CRESTON's market operates differently from the higher price centers across the Kootenays, and November's data shows an entirely early signal of where things may be headed. Before we dig into that shift, let's start with a quick snapshot of the latest numbers. In November of 2025, CRESTON delivered a very clear message. The detached home market is gaining momentum while attached home supply remains extremely limited. Here are the highlights. CRESTON single-family homes, 6 sales. That is up 200% year over year. In other words, that means last year in November, 3 sold. Benchmark price, $478,300. That's up 2.4% year over year. This represents one of the strongest single-family performances among lower-priced Kootenay markets. CRESTON townhomes, there is 1 sale. Benchmark price, $471,200. Even 1 sale shows that attached inventory remains scarce, but prices continue to rise. CRESTON condos, 0 sales. Benchmark price wasn't even reported. Now let's look at the CRESTON rural, which behaves a lot different. CRESTON rural single-family homes, there was 1 sale, down 1.2%. Prices, benchmark pricing for rural CRESTON family homes, single-family homes is $589,000. Rural CRESTON typically has low turnover, so 1 sale can skew monthly comparisons. Now let's anchor these results within the regional numbers. Across the Kootenay region, single-family home sales, 112. Benchmark price, $607,900. Townhome sales were 18. Townhome days on market, 93. That's up 76%. Condo sales are 24, and that's down 27%. And condo benchmark pricing is at $323,700. Compared to these regional patterns, CRESTON is showing unusually strong detached home activity, a key trend for the months ahead. So what's really going on in CRESTON? Well, here's what it looks like on the ground in CRESTON right now. This fall, well-priced family homes in the $400,000 to $500,000 range saw a noticeable uptick in showings more than earlier in the year. Buyers from outside the valley, especially from Alberta and the Okanagan, have been increasingly drawn to CRESTON's affordability and agricultural lifestyle. But the buyer behavior has changed slightly. Instead of rushing into offers, buyers are taking a little more time, asking more questions, being more patient, and negotiating more deliberately. Some sellers who listed optimistically ended up making small price adjustments, while those who priced accurately saw steady interest. The attached market, townhomes and condos, remains extremely limited. And in CRESTON, low supply often matters more than fluctuations in demand. Key trends to watch in CRESTON right now. The biggest emerging trend in CRESTON, based on its November 2025 data, is this. Detached homes are gaining momentum while attached home segments are staying quiet, yet appreciating. And here's why this matters. 6 detached homes is a strong number for CRESTON. That's up 200% year over year. Townhomes saw just 1 sale, but benchmark price still rose 1.7%. Condos saw 0 sales, but this is common due to low supply. Meanwhile, regionally, townhomes days on market is 93. Condo sales dropped 27.3%. And this tells us 2 things. CRESTON's value-driven market is attracting buyers even as other communities soften. Attached homes are appreciating despite low activity, which indicates very tight supply rather than weak demand. This is not a downturn. This is not instability. This is a shift in buyer behavior, but not in buyer confidence. So what have we got to look forward into going into 2026? Well, let's start with the Bank of Canada. The Bank of Canada keeps lowering its rates slowly but surely. But one of the biggest influences that we're going to see in Canada in 2026 is the fact that 75% of all Canadian mortgages will renew by the end of 2026. For Creston, this has several implications. Move-up buyers may delay upgrading. First-time home buyers, very price sensitive, payment sensitive. Some owners may choose to sell rather than take on a higher cost. And inventory could, rise modestly, which can influence pricing strategies. But in a small, value-focused market like Creston, even tiny inventory changes can shift negotiation dynamics. So if you're a buyer in Creston, what do? Well, hello buyers. Creston is offering something rare in today's market. Strengthening detached home activity combined with a cooling of buyer urgency. So here's your strategy. Talk to your bank, talk to your mortgage broker. Secure your rate now. Even a slight dip in rates can significantly increase affordability in the $450,000 to $550,000 price range. Target those listings with higher days on market. Across the Kootenays, attached homes are taking 93 days for townhomes and 97 days for condos to sell. This buyer behavior applies to Creston too. Sellers may be more flexible, especially if their listing has been active longer than expected. Use the shift in leverage. With fewer bidding wars, negotiation opportunities open up on price, subjects and conditions, repairs, even possession dates. Make that deal work for you. Understand the benchmark pricing trend. Detached homes in Creston appreciated 2.4%, while rural pricing dipped slightly 1.2%. Townhome prices increased 1.7% despite low activity. This shows stable long-term value, perfect for buyers entering into the market during a moment of reduced competition. Now, what should a seller do? Well, for Creston sellers, strategy is more important now, more than it's ever been in the last 2 years. Price correctly, right from the start. Don't throw up that prayer, swinging a prayer, pricing conditions. Buyers are very value focused. Even a modest overpricing can extend days on the market and reduce your leverage. You got to know your segment. So your detached homes, there's strong demand, rising prices. Townhomes, limited supply, but cautious buyers. Condos, no recent activity, so pricing and presentation matter even more. Now your rural properties, slower turnover, but generally stable. Presentation matters more now than ever. In slower paced markets, small preparation details make a bigger impact on buyer perception. Consider the timing. Creston often sees improving demand in late winter, early spring, and early summer as buyers explore the valley again. Launching during these windows may help maximize exposure. So, Balzi, what's the bottom line? Well, so is a big change coming to the Creston real estate market? Absolutely, but it's not a negative one. Creston is experiencing rising detached home demand, low but appreciating attached home inventory, more deliberate buyers, and stable pricing across all property types. This is not a downturn. This is a normalization, a shift towards a more balanced, thoughtful, predictable, patient market. For buyers, this is a window of opportunity. For sellers, your strategy is everything. And for Creston overall, the market is showing healthy signs heading into 2026.